Coal has been used to make electricity in the UK for more than 140 years. But the country's last coal-fired plant will shut down for the final time on Monday night.
It really is the end of an era. The UK will be the first G7 member to completely phase coal out from its electricity mix. Our climate editor, Justin Rowlatt, is in the Radcliffe-on-Soar plant for us this morning. Mixed emotions in the area, I'd imagine, Justin.
Yeah, there certainly are. And you join me here at Radcliffe-on-Soar's mighty turbine hall. 4 giant turbines in here which can generate enough power for 2 million UK homes. Now, coal has been the mainstay of UK electricity right from the beginning of the electricity era. In fact, as recently as 2012, almost half of UK power came from coal. But that has changed dramatically. So just yesterday, the government published some really quite surprising new figures on renewable power. Renewable power generated in the 3 months to July, 52% of UK power. Now, if you add in nuclear power, which is also low carbon, takes the figure up to 69%, more than 2/3 of UK power from low carbon sources, which explains why coal-fired stations like this can now close. Take a look at this.
You've almost certainly seen Radcliffe-on-Soar power station before. It is right beside the M1, just south of Nottingham.
These mighty cooling towers have been a landmark here in the East Midlands for decades. But you don't normally get a view of them quite like this, do you? Now, they will be around for the next couple of years, but they are slated for demolition. They're going to be blown up. In fact, the whole site is going to be cleared to be replaced with a zero-carbon energy and technology park. New industries, new jobs for the East Midlands.
Its closure marks the end of an era for the UK. Coal made modern Britain. It powered the Industrial Revolution, bringing jobs and wealth, as well as keeping our homes warm and our lights on. But the boom couldn't last. Plans to close less profitable pits spurred the miners' strike in the mid-80s. The violent clashes failed to keep the pits open. It left a bitter legacy of unemployment and poverty in the area. There is a sense of grim resignation among the workers here.
Yeah, the emotions are building as we're getting close to the 30th of September, and we've seen the coal go in and we know there's no more coming in. So, you know, that will we, won't we do one last winter? We're definitely not.
This place used to be running most of the time, generating electricity for 2 million UK homes. It used to employ 850 people. Now it's less than 200. And in the last few years, they've only fired the place up when the UK is really short on power.
I think it's just a shame that obviously the power station's having to close. We've worked so hard to make it one of the cleanest, but obviously given the age of the plant, it's probably about right for us to close and make room for more renewable energy.
Closing Ratcliffe is an important step towards the government's target, fossil-free electricity by 2030. Some analysts say it can't be done in that time, and when you see the scale of this place, you get a sense of the size of the challenge it represents. Going fossil fuel-free will mean a big reduction in planet-warming emissions, but it won't be popular with everyone. It will also mean more pylons, more solar farms, and more wind turbines across the country.
So you join me back in the turbine hall with Peter O'Grady, who is the plant manager here at Radcliffe-on-Soar. So we were hearing from some of the employees just now. There are mixed emotions, aren't there? People are upset to see this place go after what? 57 years of operation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think mixed emotions is exactly the right thing. People are facing the prospect of leaving here. Some people have worked here for 30, 40, even up to 47 years. So it's a huge step in their lives. On the other hand, there's tremendous pride in what everybody has delivered here in terms of keeping the lights on and the role that the site's played over such a long time.
Because this was a mainstay of UK electricity, wasn't it? Now, do people understand why the time has come and coal needs to get off our grid.
Absolutely. I think that's really well understood. I think all the messaging about climate change and the impact of coal and carbon dioxide is well understood. And it's been well signposted, I think, by the government. So we've had plenty of time to sort of plan for this and consult with the staff and prepare everybody for it.
But it's ironic because this actually was the cleanest coal-fired power station in the UK, wasn't it?
Yes, and that's part of the difficulty of managing this. We can clean dust, we can clean sulphur, we can clean oxides of nitrogen. We can't remove the carbon dioxide, and that's the reason why we're closing.
So people will wonder, because this is a landmark up against the right up near the M1. Everyone would have seen it driving up and down. What happens to this place? What happens to those great cooling towers that you've got?
Okay, so from October we step into decommissioning the plant. So we'll be making the place, we call it cold and dark and safe, so removing any fuels, chemicals, gases, and making it ready for demolition. So the towers will eventually come down.
And what happens to the site? I mean, I mentioned the plans for a clean energy park on the site. This is a huge site.
It is a huge site, and we've been working for a number of years with the local region, the stakeholders, to prepare there's a local development order which provides outline planning for the whole site, and as well as the free port, which is for the region, and that will hopefully help drive economic growth. We won't need, as an energy company, the full area of the site, so there's an opportunity for other investment within the region.
So would you say, is there a sense of optimism? This big place, this big employer closing down, is there a sense of optimism here?
I think this is Ratcliffe. There's always a sense of optimism here. So we're in a position where, yes, everybody's proud of the role that we've played, but we're now looking forward to what we can do for the future. And so in terms of decommissioning, we don't see that as ending, we see that as creating the new future.
New beginnings here at Ratcliffe-on-Soar in Nottinghamshire.
It is the end of an era. Thank you, Justin.